MJF and Liv Morgan went viral for appearing alongside each other, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also check out some big topics of conversation with Damian Priest, Cora Jade, AJ Lee, and much more. Starting things off with the conversation surrounding Damian Priest and his Money in the Bank contract. Ever since winning the Money in the Bank contract in early summer 2023, the question of when Damian will cash it in and who will be the victim of his cash-in have been repeatedly asked by the community. Despite everyone assuming that a cash-in would be easy for Damian Priest, considering he has so many people by his side in the Judgment Day to assist him, the last few months have included a handful of bad luck and unfortunate failed attempts to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. From Drew McIntyre stopping the cash-in from happening one time, to Sami Zayn stealing the contract, to Randy Orton spoiling the cash-in at War Games, just every single one of Damian Priest's plans to cash in the title have gone terribly wrong so far. They may keep the fails coming throughout the immediate future, but it's not like the contract doesn't have an expiration date on it, because it most definitely does. WWE has made it fully clear in recent years that the Money in the Bank contract holders only have 1 year to cash in their contracts, or else they'll lose the opportunity and it'll be voided. Despite that expiration being in existence and being a real storyline clause for the contract, we've never really seen WWE explore the idea and play with it. The only time it almost happened was with Austin Theory. Back when Theory was holding the Money in the Bank contract in 2022, there was some reports making waves that one of the alleged pitch ideas was to have Austin Theory hold the contract all the way until the last day that he could cash it in on, and have a story of Austin Theory racing against the clock to cash it in at the very last second possible. That was reportedly something that was going around, but it didn't happen, and Austin Theory ended up cashing in on the United States title. So as we're approaching month 7 of Damian Priest's reign as the contract holder, it'll be interesting to see if WWE considers maybe a slightly similar sort of last-second cash-in story for Damian Priest. The main reason why fans are thinking this may be possible is because it doesn't really seem like Damian Priest has any shot of successfully cashing in his contract on either world champion right now that we're basically in Wrestlemania season. The two big rumored world title main events for WrestleMania 40 still remain as CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title, with CM Punk being a favorite to win the Royal Rumble, while Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns takes place on night 2, with Cody getting that match by calling out instead of winning the Royal Rumble this time around. That appears to be the two locked-in WrestleMania main events, and it doesn't look like anything will get in the way of those two matches. Doesn't really seem like they'll have Damian Priest cash in and take any of those WrestleMania spots, because then it just really wouldn't feel that big of a match and wouldn't hold the same weight. Damian Priest versus CM Punk doesn't really have much substance to it. Same thing goes for Damian Priest versus Roman Reigns. So it does look like those WrestleMania matches and plans will stay as is. Basically meaning that when you really take a deep look at things, Damian Priest is most likely not cashing in until after WrestleMania. And by then, he'll already be at 10 months out of the 12 months contract clause. So that's what makes everyone think that Damian Priest may be taking his contract deep into 2024, and possibly even around the expiration date season of the contract. One idea that Damian Priest teased himself, and something that fans have brought up as well, is the idea of Damian Priest cash-in taking place at WrestleMania 40 during one of the two main event spots, spoiling the happy ending for one of the two winners. And honestly, it seems like a pretty realistic outcome and something that could definitely happen in either case. Maybe Cody Rhodes does the impossible, finally beats Roman Reigns, and it takes every fiber in his being to make it happen, and finally finish the story and win the WWE World title. Well, Damian Priest could then come marching down to the ring and cash in and play spoiler on Cody Rhodes' story, using the contract to successfully cash in on Cody and exit as the world champion himself. Or he could cash in during Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Maybe CM Punk proves that he can still hang in the ring and finishes his story becoming world champion again in WWE, only to end up losing the title moments later to Damian Priest. Or if Seth Rollins successfully retains against CM Punk, how ironic would it be if Seth gets cashed in on during the main event of WrestleMania? Seth Rollins was obviously the first ever superstar to cash in the Money in the Bank contract during a WrestleMania main event, and was able to walk out there as WWE new champion back in 2015. So for Seth Rollins to get cashed in on in the same fashion that he first started would be a pretty crazy one to watch unfold. It's a very interesting idea and concept to keep in the back of your head. And remember, because Damian Priest may stay quiet and stay in the background during the entire road to WrestleMania season, but he's easily the biggest threat in the world to either of the new winners of the two WrestleMania main events. So it may turn out to be a very long wait for Damian's cash-in. But as of this very moment, WrestleMania 40 seems like the ideal place for the cash-in to happen at. Cora Jade just made her return to WWE NXT, and the young superstar appears to be gunning for the NXT Women's title. Like Cora has even said herself, she believes that she's better than she's ever been, so it's looking like it'll be an explosive start to 2024 for Cora Jade. Booker T even shared his thoughts on Cora Jade and how she is, saying that Cora reminds him a lot of AJ Lee. He had this to say, quote, "You could tell she's a star. You could tell she's going to be like a player in the business. You know, even when she gets to the main roster, there's something about Cora that just stands out. She's different from most of the girls on the roster. She reminds me of AJ Lee so much, you know what I mean? I mean, she really does. She reminds me of that firecracker that was just unapologetic." End quote. Cora Jade is probably loving what Booker T had to say because she absolutely idolized AJ Lee growing up and has met AJ on several occasions at different meet and greets growing up over the years. The big question that fans now have is if AJ and Cora Jade would ever interact with each other on WWE television. We've already seen how emotional Cora got being around CM Punk backstage, so it's safe to assume that she'll definitely be moved by working with AJ one day as well. AEW World Champion MJF and WWE Superstar Liv Morgan went viral this week after CJ Perry caught them together on the red carpet for the Iron Claw. It's not the first time that these two have gone viral. They went viral a while back when they posed together and posted a picture of each other on Twitter, but with different captions. That really caught the eye of both WWE and AEW fans back then, and Liv and MJF once again got everyone talking with this red carpet premiere. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.